guys, what's up? It's Naomi the Crafty Savage, and I'm back with this week's Wip Chat. If you're new to diamond painting, Wip stands for work in progress, and chat is, I'm just gonna run my mouth, kind of tell you about my week. I got some tag questions over here because your girl was lazy and forgot to write stuff down during the last week, but we're not gonna talk about that, right? Honestly, nothing really great, fantastical has been going on in my life. So, get whatever it is you're working on. If it's diamond painting, cross stitch, crocheting, vacuuming, washing the dishes, doing the laundry, sweeping the floors, driving down the road, whatever it is, I don't care. Just listen along. Me? So the last week, I have basically been going to work and swimming in making gnomes. When I say I have been making gnomes. This is my Grinch gnome. My first set, I just kept his nose brown. This one I painted it black. They're kind of finding out little tips and tricks from the first one. And then here's just my regular everyday gnome. So I'm going to be, and don't forget about me. Them stupid gnomes came in here and da-da-da-da. We can be friends, Gizmo. Okay. Oh no. The Grinch and Gizmo are off to go plot something. I hope little Sunny over here, I don't know. Looks like Gizmo's got a hold of him. We'll see. Oh, Gizmo fell over. He had one too many. What can I say? But I'm going to be tracing out gnome beards and maybe cutting them out depending on what all I get done, and kind of tell you about my week. So for the most part, I have basically just been going to work, coming home, and trying to make gnome stuff. Trying. Trying is the word. I feel like every time I start making a dent, just stuff happens, and yeah. And then I'm down a couple of gnomes, and yeah. But it is what it is. Work's been going okay. Nothing really to get all excited and write home about. It is coming up to the end of the year, which I'm not looking forward to because it's fun. It's fun. Hopefully, it doesn't really affect me too much now. It's really more or less come January where I'm going to be wanting to pull my hair out because, the accountant wants to, what's this and what is that? And oh my God, I don't know. So I apologize if you're new to the channel. I've recently got some new subscribers to the channel, so thank you. If you're new to the channel, I am a bookkeeper for a drywall company. And yeah, it's fun. It's fun. But, so what was I saying? So yeah, so probably in about a couple weeks, I'm just kind of trying to enjoy the, not downtime, but basically within the next, I don't know, what are we on, the first week of December? Second? I think the second week of December. I'll have to start, making new files and folders and packing up the old stuff, and yeah. Fun, delicious stuff that it's not hard. It's just, it's tedious, and but I just know I just have to get through the end of the year, and then for the most part, it's smooth sailing from there. Yeah, so that's basically what's been going on with work. I come home and literally I've been making gnomes. So what I was doing at first was making them like one at a time, and that was just taking too long. So what I've decided to do is I stuffed a crap ton of gnome bodies. I've already cut out some beards. I've already not well, like the hats, I got them together. There's some I still have to put like the pom-poms on it, and but I have them all cut out. I have the gnome bodies cut out. I have some more beards. I have a lot of beards cut out. Basically all the sock gnomes that I've made so far, but like they're not together, they all have beards for them. I'm just trying to get ahead of the game because it's only, oh, I think it's like 30 of them that I have made, 32. And I want more than that because, like I said, working full-time, running the YouTube channel, and then trying, you know, to run the Etsy store and all that, I'm like, I want to try to give myself a little bit of a heads up because I'll burn myself out if I don't. And nobody will be getting gnomes. Nobody. Like, I'll be like, screw your gnomes. Here, I'll send you the stuff. Figure it out, right? I'm not that mean, but I just know it'll, you know, it'll get too much. So, but what I use to fill them, that's the most expensive part of making the gnomes. Like, for a 6-pound bag of it at Hobby Lobby, I think it's like $38. Yeah, right? So then I ordered a 10-pound bag, and that was off of Amazon, and that was like, I think 45 or 48. And I stuffed as many little gnome bodies as I could. And then I spoke to my mama, which everybody say hello to my mama. Gots to love my mama. I was telling her about, you know, how I'm going to open up the Etsy store and make a gnome, you know, making these gnomes and all that. And I said, you know, for Christmas, you know, if you want to get me what I use to stuff them, I'm like, that, you know, that would be great. And at first she was like, well, why don't I just send you money? And I'm like, oh, you know, that works too. And then, I don't know, I guess she changed her mind, or no, well, I lied. I talked to my mama today on the phone for a little over an hour, the second time, and then the first time I was on the phone with her for about half an hour, 40 minutes, something like that. Yeah. But I called her right back once I got done doing what I had to do, which you will see at the end of this video. But let me, I'm jumping all over the place. See, this is why you're supposed to take notes, Naomi, so you stay on topic. So yeah, I apologize. This is just going to be all over the place, but hopefully, you know, come next week, I'll be back to my taking notes self. Because every time I don't take my notes for the week and I sit down to do my whip and chat, I'm like, you ding dong. You ding dong. But, you know, life happens. So what was I saying? So, yes, so my mama, she was going to send me $100 for Christmas. Because like I was telling her, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm making these gnomes. You know, like, this is the amount of gnomes I want to have, you know, made. Basically, I want to try to have 100 gnomes made before I open the shop. That way, like I said, again, I don't have to feel like I'm getting bombarded, and just, you know, like on the weekends when I have my weekends off, I can bang them out pretty quickly. So she ordered, I think she told me she ordered 4 6-pound bags of the stuff I use to stuff the gnomes with. That's going to be delivered to my house, I think a week from now, Wednesday. Yeah, because today's Wednesday for me. It'll be Thursday when you guys see this. So yeah, and then when I was on the phone with her, because she asked me, she was like, oh, she's like, can I get like, 8 gnomes for, because she wants to give them out to friends. She's like, well, how much? And I'm like, I'm not charging my mom. You know what I mean? I'm like, for you, they're free. And she was like, oh, well, here, she ordered more of the stuffing while I was on the phone with her. But yeah, I called her when I got done work. And as I was pulling up to the gate, I noticed that Lady, Roscoe's puppy love, Right, Roscoe? Where's Lady? He's sleeping. He don't give two fluffs about Lady right now. He's getting his snoozes in so he can look marvelous for the next time he sees her. If you're new to the channel and you don't know who Lady is this like corgi dachshund that my dog like absolutely loves and adores. Yeah, it's sad. Like when he sees her, he whimpers, he cries. He's just a big goofball. Like he got shot by Cupid or something. Like he is. What the good gravy is going on here? So, I was also inspired by Miss Bev B. I ordered a cat brush to help brush out the gnomes like beards for like this reason, because a cat brush would be good. So I think that will be here this weekend. Like I said, I'm finding little tips and things that are like making the gnomes look nicer, like easier for me to try to just get them done. Yeah, it's a trial and error basis. The first set of gnomes I made were like my first gnomes that I ever made that, I was giving away as gifts, and then y'all talked me into selling them. So that's what I'm working on now. But yeah, so that was interesting. So I was on the phone with my mom, and as I was pulling up, I saw, Lady, because she's just so freaking small and freaking adorable that like you can't not see her. And I was on the phone with my mom, and I hit the code in, and it was like beep beep beep. My mom was like, what's that? I'm like, oh, it's just telling me I put the right code in, and that the gate's gonna open. And I look over, and there's Lady, and I'm like, oh, there's Lady. That's like Roscoe's like puppy love crush. So as I was like coming in, he was walking Lady up to like the gate that you can walk in, that you gotta enter the code. And I'm on the phone with my mom, and I see him walking up, and I get out of the car, and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to use my mama as an excuse to ask him if I can get a picture of Lady. No shame in my game. I got a picture of her, ladies and gentlemen. So if you stay towards the end of this video, you will get to see the adorable Lady and Roscoe. Yes. So what I told him was, I told him, like, oh, I'm on the phone with my mom, and I saw you when I was pulling in, and I said, oh, look, there's Lady, Roscoe's puppy crush. And I was trying to explain, what she looks like. Would you mind if I got, if I took a picture of her to send to my mom? Now, my mom, I have her on speakerphone, and I'm thinking, woman, you better keep your mouth shut, because if you blow this for me, like I'm trying to get a picture of this dog to show my YouTube peeps, I'm like, so they know who Lady is, because I feel bad. Like, I'm telling you, you guys are going to see her, and like, you're going to be like me. And like, the picture does her new justice. She's more adorable in real life. When I say like, She just kind of like reminds me of like a sack of potatoes. Yeah, and just like her little spunky personality. She's very like, when she doesn't want to go, she doesn't want to go, and she will just plop her little behind down in the grass, and she's just, oh my gosh, she's so sweet. You'll see, I'm telling you, she's freaking adorable. I understand why Roscoe loves her so much. But anyway, like I said, I had my mom on the phone using her as an excuse of, you know, like, oh, you know, I told my mom she was like a corgi and a dachshund mix, and my mom was wondering what she looked like. And before my mama could say anything, I was like, let me call you right back. And I hung up on my mom. I took a picture of a lady. And then as I was standing there talking to him, you know, like to make it look real, I sent a picture of lady to my mama. So, you know, it didn't look like I was being a total liar. Like I didn't lie. I took a picture and I sent it to my mom. But yeah, but no, but he knows. I've told him about my YouTube channel and about how I talk about, you know, Roscoe, you know, how he loves Lady and all that. And he was like, uh-oh. He's like, I'm going to have to start, you know, a page for Lady now. Yeah, but, so there's that. There was something else I wanted to talk about. And for the life of me, I can't remember. I talked about my mama. She ordered, let me tell you, I'm going to have, I think she put 2 different orders in. The one, the 4 6-pound bags, and then she did another one when I was on the phone with her. So make sure you all throw up some hearts for my mama, because without her, like, it would be taking me longer to get these done. Because like I said, it's what I use to fill them is a little it's not expensive, but it gets pricey and it adds up. So, but yes, so that's what my mama did, so we can all thank her. I've also been trying to think of like names of like what I can name the shop. I mean, obviously I want to have something like with the name like Gnomes in it. And I don't know, I keep playing around with a couple things. Like one of my nicknames my mom calls me, I mean, and even, I don't know, she doesn't use it all that much, but she still calls me it from time to time, is gnome or gnomers. So, or nominees. Yeah. Most of the time, you know, it's Naomi or Nay. That's what a lot of my family calls me, is Nay. And yeah. So, I don't know. I've been like, keep playing around with ideals, like Gnomer's Gnomes or Naomi's Gnomes or something, you know, like her. Yeah, I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions, you know, please leave them down in the comment box down below. I would greatly appreciate that. Like I said, I'm hoping to have this Etsy shop up and going by like sometime in January. I just gotta, you know, look into like everything it takes to, you know, set up an Etsy shop and all that good moogly googly. And yeah. And then I guess take pictures of everything. And yeah, I've been trying to figure out like what it cost me in materials and like what it costs to make one gnome. So I'm trying to figure out pricing. I'm thinking I'm probably going to go around like $10 a gnome. And yeah, I know And then I got to figure out, I guess I got to go to the post office or something, because once I open the Etsy shop and I go to mail this stuff out, I know when I went to go mail out like the presents of the gnomes that I sent out to everybody, I had, I think it was 12 boxes. And the lady at the post office, like, she was like a major freaking bee, because I was taking up so much time, and, you know, there was a line forming, but I don't know if she can freaking bite me. But, I mean, obviously, I mean, I was a little annoyed with her, but I was like, you know what, Naomi, it's not like you come in here and mail out, you know what I mean, this many packages all the time. I'm like, it is also near Christmas, so she can just bite me and move on with her life. But I was like, you know, I'm like, once I start this Etsy shop, I'm like, I'd rather just, you know, be able to print out the mailing stickers, have it all done, just go and drop it off, you know what I mean? Instead of having all these boxes and holding up the line with different orders that, you know, they have to enter and all that googly moogly. But yeah, I think she was just bent because I didn't give her a gnome. But you know what? I don't think I had an extra gnome to give out then. I think I'd given them all away at that point. And honestly, her attitude, no. Nope. Like, she wouldn't have gotten one. She had an ugly, ugly attitude. But yeah, so let me get into this. Okay, there's one beard. Do you see all that just for one beard? And I'm not even done with this beard. There's more stuff I have to do with it. This is just the, yeah, so that's why it's taken me a little bit to get these gnomes done. But, you know, like I said, hopefully come January, I will have enough made where I will feel comfortable opening up a shop and not worrying so much about, like, if it sells out, trying to restock it, like, because I can tell you, I don't have time for that. I'm looking into, like, making seasonal gnomes. So, yep, I'm looking into trying to find, you know, socks that I can, like, I have some of the fuzzy socks like this that I was able to find that are like kind of Valentine's Day, so I can make some like Valentine's Day gnomes. But I know where I go, like the lady told me, she was like, yeah, she's like, come, you know, once the winter season is over, she's like, you're not going to be able to get those fuzzy socks. So I'm like, fudge, like, crap. All right. So I did get a couple of, like, I guess regular socks, and I've made 4 regular socks, but they're going as like a gift. But yeah, but I'm trying to look into finding socks that are not a freaking arm and a leg, you know what I mean? Because that's the thing, like, I'm cutting the sock, and I try to, you know, keep it fairly reasonable, you know, so they're not like ridiculously priced. And I know when I was looking like on Amazon at like seasonal socks, like there was like some pairs of socks that were like $15.99 for like one pair of socks. I'm like, that would make one gnome. I'm like, so just for the sock material, you know what I mean? Like, you're looking at like, was it like 15 divided by 2? Come on, Naomi, math. I don't want to math. I math all day. Like almost like $7.50 just to make one of the bodies, you know what I mean? Like, and then that doesn't include the nose, the beard, the pom-pom, like, and everything else that goes with it. I'm like, that's gonna get kind of pricey. So I'm just kind of looking around because, like I said, I want to make, like, I got some Valentine's, not a lot, but like some Valentine's Day like colors and stuff like that. But like I want to do St. Patrick's Day and like Easter and what comes after Easter, like the 4th of July and like Pride, like, you know, like a Pride gnome and just different, you know, just kind of like different styles, like, and it basically, it'd be their hat is what would make them, you know. And what I like about the regular socks over these fuzzy ones, like I like the fuzzy ones, how they look, they're cute, you know. But with the regular sock, the hat is a lot bigger and flops more. So, yeah. Let's see, what else is there? Besides just dreaming of gnomes, and I apologize if you guys can hear the ripping of this, if it kind of irks you. I apologize. I do. I haven't diamond painted and probably, what was it? I think last Wednesday, when I recorded my Whip Chat video, was the last time I diamond painted, and I wanted diamond paint, but I also think that the diamond painting I'm working on, I love the image, like love the image, but them square drills, if one more freaking drill like pops up at me or whatever, like I'm gonna lose it. Like I look at it and it's like, oh, you know, it'd be fun to diamond paint, and then like 5 minutes into it, I'm like, I'm not enjoying this. I'm like, these drills aren't laying straight, and it's an Oraloa canvas. And I got it like right around when they, I don't want to say like when they first came out, but you know, like they were fairly new, and I don't, maybe they've upgraded their drills since then. And I don't usually go with square drills when I first order from a company, but I had no choice because that's all they had. I don't think they had rounds available for the US anymore. The rounds were sold out. So, you know, you get what you get and pray for the best. But I'll finish it. I just think it's probably going to be one of them whips that's just going to be sitting around for a while because it frustrates me too much. Maybe, you know, I'll do that for No Start November next year, right? That sounds like a plan. I got my whip for No Start November for next year. No, I don't know. I hope by November of next year I will have that done and finished. And but at the same time, I have what was it, like I had my Craftably pre-order that was delivered today, and I ordered that like back in September. I ordered that when I lived at my old place. Like I was so excited for the image that I quickly ordered it, and I realized after I ordered it, and this is a great thing about Craftably. So in all my excitement, and I'm in the middle of like packing stuff up, I do the pre-order, and I knew because they told you that you know, they wouldn't be shipping out until, you know, like December. Well, I was moving in like 2 weeks. I had it going to my old address, like where I used to live, but at the time I was still living there. And I think it was like the next day I looked at the email and I saw it, and I was like, oh my gosh, no, 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 no. Like I won't be there in December. And I emailed customer support or whatever, and they were like, no problem, we got it changed for you. And I'm not gonna lie, like I was a little nervous, you know what I mean? Because that was like back in like the beginning of September. I was a little nervous. I'm like, okay, I'm like, is it gonna go to the right place? Is it gonna go to the right place? I'll be damned. It went, you know, to the right place. I have my diamond paintings sent to where I work. I could probably now have my diamond paintings sent, you know, to where I live now. I didn't, where I lived before, I didn't trust it. When I first moved in there, I had ordered something. It was actually Roscoe's poop bags. I get these like heavy duty poop bags because no one likes to, you know, go pick up some dog poop and your finger goes through the bag. No thank you. So I get these like heavy duty ones, and I had ordered them and it said it was delivered, and I kid you not, somebody from my old development stole the poop bags. Now they didn't know it was poop bags, they just knew it was an Amazon box. Stole the poop bags off of my porch. So that's when I was like, okay, well, I can't be, like, if it doesn't fit in, and I have like the same style mailbox now. It's like almost like a P.O. box size thing, and I have my own individual key. Y'all don't care about that. But basically, like, if it doesn't fit in there, don't send it to that house. So I would have a lot of stuff sent to my work. And where I live now, I've had, you know, a couple things delivered here. Like, I just got this drill organizing system thing, and it was a big box, and it was sitting here. I've had Scentsy stuff delivered to this address. Like, the people here, they're really honest. The buildings like all look the same. You have to like look up at the top to see, like, okay, it's this one, because they go like 1, 2, 3, 4. Or at least where I'm at, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a row this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's some going this way, but there's 5 on this side. That lady lives over on that side. Believe me, Roscoe, he loves that puppy. But what was I saying? Oh, about the deliveries. So sometimes, like, once in a while, like if the person's new or they don't know, because I mean, honestly, they all look the same, you know what I mean? Like, and it'll say like 101, 102, 103, 104. But if you don't know where to look up on the building to see like the actual like building number, I guess, because where I live, they're condos, but like they're condo townhouses. So it's like I have an upstairs and I have a downstairs, and there's nobody below me because Florida don't have basements, and there's nobody above me. So yeah, they call it a condo townhouse. It's a freaking townhouse, but whatever. But I know the one time I had a Scentsy order, and it said it was delivered, and I was like, you know, maybe they just marked it as delivered and it just hasn't gotten here yet. And then one of my neighbors, he lives in 104, and here they had delivered it to him. So, and he just came and knocked on my door and was like, you know, hey, they delivered this to my house, you know, it happens sometimes, blah 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 blah. So the people are very, like I said, it's different around here. I mean, at least in my little gated community, you know. Now go across the street to the people playing the loud music, you know, at all hours, but that really hasn't been happening much here lately either, because I know within the last, like, I know last week the cops were at their house twice. Freaking 2 times. I was like, oh shit. And since the last time they were at that place, I haven't heard any loud music. I'm sorry. You guys can't see the Gnomies. So yeah, I think they are, I don't know what was doing, but yeah, it was cops. Like, I was like, oh shit, and of course, I'm nosy, trying to be nosy, and I'm trying to like peek over my fence to see what's going on, and I have to stand on a chair, and because there's this damn freaking dead tree in the way, I can't really see. I could just kind of see like their flashing lights. But then this last time, I guess it was probably about a week ago, I went to take Roscoe out, and I didn't look out back, and when we went walking down the sidewalk over to like the fence to get out, to go in front of the development, I saw the cops, and the one cop was like, so to get into you turn off of the, hold on, I just want to cut this real quick. You would like turn off the main road. So say this was like the main road. You would turn off the main road and say this right here is like what leads into my development. So you're coming off this road, you turn here, and you quick turn in here, and then you got to stop. So there's one way in, and then on the other side is how you get out. The cops had it blocked here. There was one cop sitting right here, and then there was like 2 across the street over there where all the noise comes from. And yeah, so I don't know, hopefully I don't have to deal with that. Like, I don't want to sound like a party pooper, but it's just like, have you ever just like had them neighbors that like all they do is party? And it gets old really quick. Like, and it's not just like they just party on the weekends. No, like these mofos, I don't know, freaking partied because it was Monday. Partied because it was Tuesday. They partied because the letter of the day we were in ended in a Y. Like, that's how they were. And it got really old, and yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you, ma'am. I'm not interested. Alrighty. So let's see. What else has been going on? I have to go get new tires for my car. I'm not looking forward to that. So yeah, I got to get new tires, an alignment, and a new gas cap. Which I can get the gas cap at like an Advanced Auto store, my dumb butt, which it's like right around the corner from where I work, but it's one of them where like, I don't think, that's like not, I don't want to say it's not like the top of my priority list. That sounds so wrong, but it's not something that like I think of. Now you would think, well, why don't you think about that when you get in the car, ding dong, and the check engine light's on, and that's the reason why it's on? Yeah. But, and I'll have every intention, like, I'll be like, okay, today's the day. When I go on my lunch break, I'm going to run to Advanced Auto and get this gas cap. And every day, it doesn't happen, so... Like I said, one of these days, it will happen. It's just nice kind of knowing, like, okay, my car's not going to explode. It's just the plastic parts on the gas tank just kind of like corroded away from the Florida heat and sea salt air. That it's not the end of the world. So I'm just losing gas, you know what I mean? I'm just going through more gas than I would normally go through, but I'm still getting pretty, good gas mileage. Like, I said I throw about 20 bucks in my tank, about, I don't know, every 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm good. So, but yeah, so let me see, what else? I talked about my mama. I've talked about work. I've talked about the gnomes. I've talked about Roscoe. Oh, here's another thing. So yesterday, I got home from work, you know, and I take Roscoe out like I always do. And as we're coming back through the gate, like I toss his poop bag in the dumpster, and the president of the homeowners association comes like walking up, and I'm like, oh God, oh God, oh God. And she's like, oh, is that a Cocker Spaniel? And I'm like, yeah, that's a Cocker Spaniel, just way overdue for grooming. And he was so well behaved. Like, normally, like, he barks and growls at people. Like, he's just, and it doesn't matter. He could have met you 50 million freaking times. You could be in my house, like, for 6 hours, get up and go to the bathroom, come out of the bathroom, and, like, he'd be cool with you, you know what I mean, after a while of you being here, but get up and go to that bathroom and then come out of the bathroom. This mofo will act like, you know, like you just walked in the house and you haven't, you know, been here for 6 hours. So I'm thinking, oh gosh, you know, like, he's gonna act up. She's gonna think he's some, like, vicious a-hole. And he's not. Like, he thinks he's all big and bad, but he's really a wuss. And the reason he thinks he's all big and bad is when I first got him, I had him maybe a week. And when I lived in Pennsylvania, I watched my one cousin's dogs, Finn and Diesel, and they're 2 boxers, all the time from my cousin. Like, he would go away and he would ask me to watch the dogs. And so I brought Roscoe. You know, I didn't even have him a week. And Finn was older. He was like 6. He's recently has passed away. But he didn't really want to be bothered with Roscoe. He would just kind of growl and walk away. Where Diesel, oh, Diesel just loved Roscoe. He would, actually, Diesel's the one who taught Roscoe how to go down the stairs. He could figure out how to get up the stairs, but couldn't figure out how to get down them. Until the one day, Diesel just grabbed him by the collar and pulled him down the stairs. And guess what? Roscoe learned how to go down the stairs. But so Roscoe grew up, you know, up until I more or less moved to Florida about 2 years ago with 2 boxers. Because, like, when I say, like, I watched my cousin's dogs, like, I watched my cousin's dogs. I would be there sometimes for, like, 2 weeks, and yeah. So him and Diesel became, like, best friends forever. They loved each other. And so, yeah, so I think Roscoe, he doesn't realize he's a Cocker Spaniel. I think he thinks he's a boxer because he grew up around Finn and Diesel. And so, yeah, he just likes to bark at everything. But when push comes to shove, he's a wuss and will run and go hide because he is used to Diesel, who would, you know, stand up for his little puppy friend. Yeah, so I don't know. It is what it is, but I have been running my mouth here for, almost 45 minutes. So I think I'm going to jump off here, go downstairs, finish doing what I got to do with these beards, and then hopefully tomorrow I can start gluing them onto bodies. But with that said, if you're new to the channel and you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. And don't forget, we're chilling with my homies. I'll talk to you later, guys. And also, This is for baby cakes, 'cause she probably fell asleep. Are you ready, guys? Bye, guys!